Hi guys, this is Jonathan Lambert with the Mathematics Development and Support Service at the National College of Ireland, and in this short video we're going to consider quadratic expressions, another video in our series of videos dealing with algebra. We're going to look at quadratic expressions and, more importantly, factorization of quadratic expressions. So I suppose let's just define actually what a quadratic expression actually looks like, I suppose, in general form. So let's say in general form, okay, a quadratic expression looks something like this. It's typically a constant times x squared plus another constant times x plus another constant, where we're free to choose values for a, b, and c. Okay. So for example, let's say for example, a valid quadratic expression would be something like, let's say 2x squared, let's say x squared plus 9x plus 14. Okay, so that'd be a valid quadratic expression. In this case, the coefficient a is the number in front of the x squared term. Okay, is a 1. There's only one x squareds here. The b is a 9, and the c is 14. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to factorize this, okay, into two expressions that, when multiplied together, will give us this particular quadratic expression. So we'd like to factorize it, okay, into an expression, right, times another expression, okay. So that when we multiply out these brackets, what we end up with is this particular quadratic here. And the technique is quite simple, yeah. Okay, the technique is this. Let's look at it from a general perspective. Okay, so from a general perspective, we have ax squared plus bx plus c. The first thing that we do is that we take the a value here, okay, and we multiply it by the c value here to give us a new number, okay, to give us a value. Let's say a times c is going to give us a new number d. And then what we do here is we list all the factors, okay, all the factors of d, okay, and then finally what we do is we inspect the list, okay. We inspect this list of factors and find the grouping of factors, yeah, okay, find the pair of factors, okay, that add to give us this particular value here, to give us this particular b value. Okay, that's what we're going to try to do. So let's look at this particular, let me walk through this again. So we have x squared plus 9x plus 14. So we have x squared plus 9x plus 14. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to take the coefficient of the x squared, in this case it's 1, and we need to multiply it by the constant term, in this case c, which is 14. So 1 times 14 gives us 14. Okay, this is my d value now. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to list all the factors of d. Okay, this is a positive 14, so I need to list all the numbers that multiply together to give me positive 14. So I could have something like 1 times 14. 1 times 14 gives me 14. I could have minus 1 times minus 14. That gives me 14. I could have 2 times 7 gives me 14. And I could have minus 2 times minus